the situation.
To break down.
Elena told her mother at the suicide hotline that she was going to kill herself.
If you know a teenager, this is a show.
Not everybody you lose is a loss.
You cannot miss.
She still has stuffed animals on her bed, and you've got her dealing with adult pain. Today's going to be a changing day in your life. You've never had anybody working harder to bring you to the threshold of change than right now. Well, you know, there's just nothing like first love. Just ask any teenager. The overwhelming feeling of butterflies in your stomach, the love notes, the nonstop texting. We didn't even have that when I was a teenager. But then fast forward to when it's over, and let me tell you, breaking up is hard to do for these kids because they get so fast into the relationship, and then it's a big crash. 15-year-old Elena knows all about that. She says she was broken up with 3 weeks ago and is so heartbroken she cannot bear to even hear the boy's name spoken out loud. Now, her mother, Melanie, says this is not the first time Elena has been devastated by a breakup. She says her daughter had to spend a month in a mental health facility last year just to get over a boy.
My daughter, Elena, had 2 breakups, one at 14, one at 15. She loses her mind. She doesn't know how to deal with rejection from these boys.
My first relationship was stressful. My boyfriend was very manipulative.
I saw some behaviors that were out of the norm. With this boy, she was controlling, needing passwords to his phone. He couldn't have female friends. He could only speak to her.
After a while, he finally broke up with me.
The boy broke up with Elena because she was too controlling.
I felt miserable, and I didn't know how to handle the situation, so I broke down.
I found Elena sitting on the floor with her arms and legs cut up. While we were in the emergency room, they determined that she needed to be transported to a mental health facility. After about a month, when she got home, she seemed very defensive. She really didn't want anyone around her. A year later, she meets and has the second boyfriend. She still had controlling tendencies.
Tell me about the second guy you dated.
Sorry. It's been about 2 weeks since the breakup. It was like a switch went off in my head. I was hateful, depressed, and hating myself.
I don't talk to him. He doesn't want to talk to me. He's already made that clear.
We lasted 8 months.
I found out that Elena faked a pregnancy and a miscarriage to entice the boy not to leave her.
I have had several panic attacks over the second breakup. The last time I had a panic attack was 4 nights ago when I found out he had a new girlfriend. The second relationship is 50 times more painful than the first one. I feel horrible that I didn't keep my boyfriends around. I totally believe it was my fault.
You're 15, right?
Yes.
And you had your first breakup that really bothered you at 14.
Yes.
Help me understand what you say to yourself when you get in a relationship with a boy and you kind of get smitten, you fall in love, you think, oh boy, this is exciting, I like it.
I say a lot of things like, maybe I'm gonna do something wrong, or he's gonna lose interest, or he's gonna like someone else, or something's gonna happen.
Do you worry about that every day?
Yeah.
Why is it worth it then? Is the good part, does that outweigh the fear?
Yes.
And so tell me about the good part. Tell me about the high.
Like the memories and share things that are part of the relationship. The moments where I don't have any fears or worries.
What's the first clue that something's wrong? Because you know it way before it happens, right?
The way he acts.
In the last one, what was the first thing you noticed?
He wasn't being as sweet